I'm really not comfortable being on camera, but I guess it's something you just have to accept if you're going to be on YouTube. Excuse my voice. I've got a bit of a cold today, of all things, in the middle of summer. Jeez. I am a photographer, an amateur photographer, and an infant videographer, but one of the places I really like to go for a lot of different reasons in North Dakota is down to the Medora, Teddy Roosevelt National Park. I like everything about that guy. The youngest president gave an 84-minute speech when he was shot in the ribs. He was a scrapper, even though he's a city boy from New York. So I found it interesting. You know, Clinton, Obama, all have presidential libraries. Teddy doesn't, but he will. North Dakota is building Teddy's presidential library down in the Badlands near Medora. So I want to share this information with you so that you can help or contribute or just keep up with it. I mean, it's an amazing project for an amazing man. So here's a little bit of a piece from the foundation about Teddy's Presidential Library in the Badlands of North Dakota.
TR, 2 letters. You already know who I'm talking about. He ushered in the American century, inspired action and fearless participation in the arena. Theodore Roosevelt doesn't have a presidential library, so we're going to build one. The Badlands, North Dakota, in the jagged hills and impossible buttes of a broken land where a broken man found resilience and first lived the strenuous life. This is the fulcrum of the hero's journey, a place where nature challenges and restores. Dreamers become doers, the cradle of conservation. Teddy was no ordinary president. This will be no ordinary library. A museum of the future. Immersive storytelling in a place you must experience. The first fully digitized library for an analog president. A place to gather, as we have for centuries, around a campfire that unites us. The next generation of leaders learning from, not just about, TR. A platform accessible beyond the Badlands, connecting people everywhere. Our mission is to explore Theodore Roosevelt's life, legacy, and enduring relevance. To invite you to find yourself, as TR did, in the Badlands. To dare greatly, think boldly, live passionately, care deeply. Join us on this journey. Get in the arena.
I got to get my readers on for this. I was reading through some of the quotes of Teddy Roosevelt, and most of these he would probably be censored for online and through the media. This line of thinking might even be considered domestic terrorism thinking. So I thought I'd read you a few of quotes from Teddy. For this, I'm going to have to get my reading glasses on. All right, where should we start? There's so many good ones. Let's just start at the top. Patriotism means to stand by the country, It does not mean to stand by the president. Ooh, that's dangerous thoughts. Theodore Roosevelt. There is but one answer to terrorism, and it's best delivered with a Winchester rifle. Oh my gosh. Radical thinking. This country will not be a good place for any of us to live unless we make it a good place for all of us to live. Maybe more acceptable. And really, the most famous is from the arena speech. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails daringly. Can't say much more than that. Knowing what's right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. That's from the Bible. We're called to not just know God's law, but to live it out, be the light. Nothing worth having has ever been achieved without effort. Nowadays, everybody just wants a quick fix. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Yes, I agree. What a man does for himself dies within him. What a man does for his community lives long after he's gone. Get out there and help some people. Do some positive things. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing is you do nothing. Yeah, rather than just talk about it, point at other people, and then do nothing. Oh, another one of these. Behind the ostensible government sits enthroned an invisible government, knowing no allegiance and acknowledging no responsibility to the people. To destroy this invisible government, to befoul the unholy alliance between corrupt business and corrupt politics, this is dangerous territory, is the first task of the statesmanship of today. And there may not even be one statesman or leader in Washington, D.C. Yeah, they'd probably haul old Teddy out on a rail for some of this. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your troubles, you wouldn't sit for a month. I love that one. Do something now. If not you, who? If not here, where? And if not now, when? Oh, I love these. To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. I like that. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. Wow. When they call the roll in the Senate, the senators do not know whether to answer present or not guilty. I like that. Oh, it goes on and on. And, from a book called Fear God, He says, fear God and take your own part. Fear God in the true sense of the word means love God, respect God, honor God. And all of this can only be done by loving your neighbor, treating him justly and mercifully, and in all ways endeavoring to protect him from injustice and cruelty. Very cool. Okay.
Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best, if he wins, knows the thrills of high achievement, and if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat,